Se or dall'altipiano guardi il mare, moretta che sei schiava tra gli schiavi, vedrai come in un sogno
The year is 1962. The world did not move on from the war. It learned to live with it. The Mediterranean is no longer a sea of trade, but the frontier of empires struggling to survive. And in the eastern corners lies one of Italy's most fragile possessions, the Governorate of the Levant. A land shaped by history, fate and conflict, where peace is temporary and never guaranteed. For years, the Levant has stood on the brink of collapse. Israeli and Palestinian rebellions threaten the colony from within, testing Italy's authority at every moment. Yet unlike other colonies, the Levant has not fallen. Its armed forces are one of the most specialized and experienced in suppressing rebellions and one of the most efficient in the area of the Triumvirate. At the center stands the governor, General Carlo Alberto Dalla Chiesa, a governor known not only for force but for control. Through calculated reforms, negotiations and carefully managed repression, he has succeeded, at least for time, in claiming the region. His policy is not total destruction, but an attempt to tame the rebellions, to divide, weaken and exhaust them before they can unite. But peace in the Levant is never permanent. To the north, Turkey watches closely. Borders harden, diplomacy falters, and war of the region grows increasingly inevitable. Hello guys and welcome back to new Heads of HOI4 video. Today we are playing with the Governorate of Levante, and I really hope you enjoyed the intro, and I wanted to say also thank you for all the support in the other videos, and I really enjoy doing this, so I hope you enjoyed this video. This video is going to be a bit more narrative on specific events and interesting focus, so I will also talk sometime, but I will focus on the narrative more. So I hope you enjoy the video and see you later. To secure the Levant, force alone was not enough. The rebellion had to be broken at its core. Operation Masada was launched, with a single objective: to eradicate and permanently weaken the insurgent networks who were destabilizing the colony. On the Israeli side, the underground movement Irgun and Lei continued their campaign of sabotage and urban terror. Opposing them, Palestinian factions fought their own war. Harayin and the Palestine Liberation Front operated across city and countryside, challenging Italian authority. Governor Carlo Alberto Dalla Chiesa made a controversial choice. Rather than fighting all sides equally, he tried to align closer with the Arab forces, using the intelligence cooperation, selective tolerance and targeted operations. This decision caused a deep resentment among Israeli groups, who viewed the governor as an illegitimate politician. Tensions rose, attacks intensified. But the strategy achieved its goal. Harayin was completely dismantled at the end. But the other groups were rising. Irgun was now stronger than ever, was full of hate towards the Levante. So as you can see, we are right now at war with Turkey. I didn't expect that it would be that soon. I thought we had a bit more of time. As I was so concentrated, we didn't even have the troops at our border. I think Iraq is with them also. Oh no, not with them, which is great. And I'm going to probably promote this guy so we have a field marshal at least. So, I hope we can manage to win this war, and I hope that Italy also helps us. And right now we got the new focus, the focus of war. And I'm going to wait to do this, so we are going to focus right now at the war. And let's start with the new focus tree and blood-stained sand. So wish me good luck, and yeah.
Nell'oceano di dune, dove il Sahara danza, tra giardini di sabbia.
The Second Italo-Turkish War was not a war of swift victories, but a war of endurance. From the very beginning, the front remained stagnant. No borders shifted, no decisive breakthrough came easily. Both sides stuck in, expecting the other to break first. Turkey believed the outcome was already decided, as the Italian government wasn't ready to get involved. They underestimated the forces of the Levant. When Italian lead troops advanced across two terrains, Turkish defensive lines collapsed at that moment. Inside Turkey, panic grew. A failure in the Levant was unthinkable, and yet the signs were everywhere. In the skies, the situation was even worse. Despite having only half the air force of Turkey, Levantine aircraft achieved air superiority through superior tactics, pilot experience, and relentless pressure. The air war slowly tilted in our favor.
Il vento una carezza in questa terra antica dove la vita ricomincia.
An attempt was made to seize the city of Sam. The fighting was brutal, street by street, position by position, guerrilla fighters everywhere. But the city held, and then the unthinkable occurred. In this war, for the first very time in history, Jewish and Arab forces fought side by side, shoulder to shoulder with the Italian Levante troops, former enemies united by circumstance, fighting not for ideology or religion, but for survival and for their own region. As the final battle for Sam began, hours away from crushing the remaining guerrillas and taking the city, Turkey broke, and its government also. Facing exhaustion, unrest, and the collapse of its military campaign, Turkey declared it would no longer continue the fight. So, after a long fight, you can see we have won the Italo-Turkish War. Just sitting around and attacking Sama, almost taking it, but sadly they withdraw and surrendered to Turkey. And so the question is now, do we achieve the peace or are we still going to war? And here we got the old focus again, and we are going to end the Operation Masada and hope that everything went well. As you can see, the battle, we have won the war. We have lost a lot of equipment, which is not very nice, but yeah, that's war. What are we going to do is the question. After the war, the administration of the Governorate del Levante started again to focus on Operation Masada and trying to find a compromise between Israeli groups and Arabic groups. So right now we start the Jerusalem conference, and this is a conference between the Israelis and the Palestinians, And our mission is to obviously make a compromise and secure the freedom of the region at the end. Also, even as they fought with us in the Italo-Turkish War, they obviously have infightings. And right now, it really worked to stop Irgun to try to coup us, because they tried 3 times and one time they were really close, like they had 8 days left, but the decision helped me to stop them. So right now we are having a big success. The Jerusalem conference had a lot of key points, like the water distribution, farmer subsidies, and the protection of nomada. All that were very important points for both sides, the Israeli and Palestinian side. Dividing land and renaming cities was also a very big important issue. But also building bridges to make the reconciliation a bit faster was also on top. At the end of the Jerusalem conference, the greatest and the biggest achievement was that both sides were satisfied at the end after the closing of the conference, and also the administration of the Governorate of Levant. And with that, the Jerusalem conference is closed. The end of the Jerusalem conference. Issues and disputes. Of the conference. Oh, what? Okay. Sorry. And yeah, Levantine Confederation. So we successfully maintain the Levante as one country. Right now, Social Democrats. And yeah, I would say it was really interesting campaign, as I didn't expect that at the end we form a new nation that has a new government and is independent from Italy. Sadly for Italy, they lost now another colony, so not so great for them, but great obviously for the people of the Levante, as they are right now a unity. And that's for all for today. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. It was I think a bit shorter or maybe a bit longer, but yeah, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.